Welcome to Tech Girl AI. In this series, I'm going to review Andrew Ng's online course called AI for Everyone on Coursera. I took this course as someone with an undergrad degree in computer science and a grad degree in interactive intelligence, which is just a specialization of AI. But even though I have a background in this subject already, I want to give an honest assessment of the course, especially for those with no background in AI or ML. So, a little bit about Andrew. He is very well known in the AI and ML community. He worked at Google Brain and is an adjunct professor at Stanford. He's also co-founder of Coursera and Deep Learning AI. So I think it's safe to say he's got a pretty solid background. And not only the topics of AI and ML, but how to teach an online course to an online audience. He's got so many different courses available. And since he's such a knowledgeable and great teacher, I definitely recommend taking these as well. But if you're brand new to the topic, I would definitely start with this current course, the AI for Everyone. So about 8 years ago, I did take this one, the machine learning specialization course. I thought it was really good. I was pretty impressed with it. But at the time, I didn't know anything about machine learning back then. I still thought he was a great teacher. And not that I remember too much about the course. I do remember it taking a few months. I'll probably go back and retake it and do a similar series to this, but in the meantime, I just wanted to try something a lot quicker and a lot easier. And this AI for Everyone course is just that. I thought it was super quick and relatively easy, and I even think it would be easy for someone with little to no background in computing. Some things to note about the course: it really is beginner level. It's labeled as non-technical, which I'd agree with. Although there's some numbers when giving examples with graphs or what the data may look like, there's zero math or algorithms involved in this course. These videos give students the definitions and real-world examples of AI, and also some ideas as to how to incorporate into your current business or your current whatever side projects. So this course is structured into 4 weeks worth of material, each week focusing on a key aspect of AI, what it is, building the projects, building it in your company, and AI in society, which at first I didn't really think too much about, but as I finished the course, I do think that it is focused more towards people in the business, not necessarily the engineers, although I do think that it could be helpful for the engineers because it gives you more insight into how to start using it in a business aspect. In terms of how long it took me to take it, I actually finished this course on a single Saturday afternoon. I watched it at 1.5 speed for the first 3 weeks, and then the fourth week I just watched it on double speed. You could watch it at any speed you want. I just prefer watching videos in general at a faster pace, but the description says that it can take up to 6 hours to complete. I think you could easily do it in that amount of time or less. It is flexible, like it says. But I mean, I think you could also just do this in a few days or a week and get the same amount out of it as I did. But now I'm going to give a little overview about each week and what I thought on the overall course. So week 1, basically just definitions. What is AI? It establishes the foundational understanding of AI, and it differentiates between normal AI or a narrow AI and general AI, and it dives into machine learning, data science, characteristics of AI-driven companies, and the week ends with an overview of deep learning and neural networks, which is optional. I did watch all of the optional videos in this course. I think that you should watch it if it's included, but you're not going to be quizzed on it. I did take the quizzes that were included, but I couldn't submit them because I did not pay for the you're not supposed to look at these answers, but I did not pay for the course. It is $49. When you pay for it, you get the certificate, and then I guess you could post it on LinkedIn or whatever. Personally, I don't really care for that, but I know a lot of people do. I don't see the harm in doing it. I'm just cheap. I just don't really want to pay for it. The quizzes themselves were not that hard, especially if you pay attention to the videos. So I don't know what my grade is. I'm assuming I did okay though. So the second week, it is about building AI projects. The shift focuses to the practical application of AI, and it outlines the workflow of machine learning and data science projects. It provides guidance on selecting suitable AI projects and organizing data in teams for successful execution. I didn't mind this one. It was a pretty quick week, but I didn't find it as interesting as the first week. Week 3, building it in your company. This one was a little interesting because it gives you some more specific examples and how they work, like the smart speaker one. I kind of knew a little bit about how smart speakers work, like Alexa or like OK Google or whatever, but it not only talks about AI, but how to get your smart speaker to start listening to you. Like what's the use case when you say, hey Alexa, how does it pick up on that? And how does it do the task that you tell it to do? And then when it gets into roles of like the AI team, I thought that this one was an interesting one as well, just because it talks about how there aren't really set roles yet. Or at least, it's a growing field, so maybe there are some in some companies, but a lot of the time, companies don't really have an idea of what they need in an AI team. So that's week 3. Again, I watched these optional videos. I didn't really like these ones as much, but watched them anyway. And then week 4, like I said, I watched this one on double speed. I am really interested in the ethics of AI, so I have a lot of background in this, so that's why I watched it so quickly. But this last week, it just talks about the broader societal implications of AI, including its limitations, the potential biases, and the impact on developing economies and the job market. It emphasizes the importance of ethical considerations in AI development and use. I thought that the AI and jobs video was pretty interesting because it talks about, yes, we are losing some jobs, but AI is also introducing newer jobs. And it didn't draw this parallel, but I kind of thought about it in this way, where when Uber first started, a lot of people, like taxi drivers, they lost their jobs, but then it also opened up jobs in developing more applications for things like Uber and Lyft and stuff like that. So I don't know. I think there's obviously pros and cons to AI, and this week went through it, and I thought he did a really good job. One of the things that he said, I can't remember what week it was, but you need to look at AI in terms of like a Goldilocks view. Like you can't be so gung-ho about it that everything's just positive, everything's great, but you don't want to look at it in such a negative light, just because that is the direction that our whole society is going with AI. And if you're negative about it, you're not using it to its full potential. So I think it's good to have, like he says, a realistic view of AI. And overall, I think the course does a really good job at doing that for people, whether you have that background or not in AI and ML. Go back to this page. I did find it a little bit annoying that Andrew kept saying stuff like, if you're unsure of something, then just ask an AI engineer or professional or something like that. He said it a few times. I found that a little weird, just because if you're watching this course, then aren't you trying to figure out how to do it, I guess, or like how to find these AI engineers or professionals? I don't know. I know he did mention that, I guess, to start, if you are someone in leadership at a company and you want to start incorporating AI into your work, then to start with the engineers that you already have, like invest in some sort of course or learning for them. I definitely agree with that, but I guess it's kind of hard to find those courses. He did say start with what's already out there, like don't reinvent the wheel. Definitely agree with that as well, because I know it can be expensive to create your own content for your employees, but I don't know. I think it did seem a little fluffy at times with some of the information that he gave or some of the suggestions. But what I did like was he gave this free transformation playbook, and I think it might have been week 3 or something. Week 3 he talked about it, and you're able to download this, and it tells you as somebody part of a company how to start executing AI into your day-to-day. I like that, but overall it does seem a little daunting, and I don't know if a course would have helped alleviate feeling that way, but I don't know, that's just kind of how I felt. But then again, I'm also not, a business owner who's trying to incorporate AI. I'm just trying to learn about it, and I do have that background, but I also don't know where to start if I were to start a project. Like, I know the algorithms and the math and the logic and what have you, but I don't know what to do next. And so I was hoping this course would give me some of those answers, but it really didn't. I was hoping to take this course and have just a better understanding of how to implement it into my everyday work, or even my work, not just my personal projects. And if that's your intent, this course isn't really for you. I liked it, but I'm definitely glad it was as short as it was. I don't think I would have been happy to commit any more time to it than I did. Is if you are somebody who wants to get a certificate quickly and show it on LinkedIn so that you have that knowledge, this is definitely a course for you. If you want to learn, you have that drive to learn, and you want to know what AI is, this is for you. I think if you don't have that intention to learn what AI is and you're just kind of forced to watch this, you will not enjoy it. I think about things in terms of, like, if you're scrolling on TikTok, would you watch this video? And I would say most people would probably scroll past it. Like, you have to be in the mood to sit down and watch these videos. And I'm not saying it's bad. Like, I really enjoy Andrew's content, and I think he's a great teacher, but it's just not something that somebody's going to be like, this is such engaging information. But I think for a beginner, like I said, I think this is a great course. If you have that background already, I don't know if it's necessarily going to be what you're looking for. Anyway, that's my honest review of AI for Everyone by Andrew Ng. I hope you enjoyed that, and feel free to come back for other reviews that I do in the future. Thanks.